it would be Kenya Moore, Candy Burris, so on and so forth. So search the channel and you can find that. Now I'm going to talk about the wonderfully iconic Melissa Gorga. But before I do, if you wanted to like, comment, subscribe, and support this channel, here is how you would do it.
For more randomness, hit the Patreon at patreon.com/randomlyronniejr. Did you remember to like, comment, and subscribe? Oh, come on, stop being so lazy. This show has no budget, but whose fault is that if you don't like, comment, or subscribe?
Okay, so how do I love Melissa Gorga as a reality TV superstar? Let me count the ways. Melissa Gorga is Real Housewives of New Jersey, and you have got to understand that Joe's sister meant nothing in my mind, okay? The show was the show. There was a table nudge. The table was not flipped. There was a bunch of cast members, Caroline, you know, don't mess with my family. You know, I'm glad you liked it. I didn't like it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. Have fun with it. But I also thought it was very interesting, and this could be a whole deep dive I'll do separately, but right now I'm just going to talk about the great Kenya Moore. I'm sorry. Oh, I just talked about Kenya Moore. Right now I'm going to talk about the great Melissa Gorga. That is a spinoff I'm ready for. Kenya Moore, Melissa Gorga, maybe even throw in a Larsa Pippen and a Giselle Bryant. Oh my gosh. I should be casting for Bravo and NBC Universal. But anyways, if you liked the original Real Housewives of New Jersey, wonderful. But I will tell you this, to me it never was that impressing. Like I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed by the concept of, you know, she sort of like everybody against Danielle. I'm never really a big fan of like a lot of people going up against one person, whether they, I don't know, it feels very punching down. And I just felt like that scene as I watched it, and I watched the first season of Real Housewives of New Jersey, it was okay. Now, the show got good because of all the interesting family dynamics. Yes, yes, yes. But Melissa Gorga came through. She was young. She had to take so much criticism. And if you notice, go back to her first season. Go back to that season. And if you see the joy that she put in that first season, and you got to take yourselves in that, put yourself in those shoes. She's coming into a show that is essentially her husband's sister's show, whatever you want to call it. I don't necessarily think she did anything. I'm talking about the sister-in-law. But Melissa Gorga came in having to sort of be under that magnifying glass. And if you notice at the beginning, she was nothing but joyful. Look at it when she's, you know, going to, you know, when they went to the, I think they were, what part, were they in Hoboken or Edgewater or something like that? And they were just so excited. Joe and Melissa go. They go to see Albie, you know, Chris, the apartment, and it's just like so much joy that I think Melissa Gorga brought to the show. And sometimes people do forget that because there was always a lot of drama, the Joe and the Joes. Anyways, I don't want to even put Joe and Joe Gorga's sister in this conversation. If you like them, that's great. Oh, yay. You know, if you like the forehead, yay. That's all wonderful to you. But I like Melissa Gorga. She's a superstar. She is the Jennifer Lopez of Real Housewives. She's so fashionable. She's so fun. I think Melissa Gorga deserves a spinoff with Joe, with Donna Marco, with the cousin and his husband. Like they're the sisters. That's just the show that I want to watch. I think we are in the space, this could be for like Peacock streaming, maybe even instead of Bravo, where we just want fun reality TV programming. It doesn't have to be that salacious, you know, and it kind of went to that direction over the course of a lot of years, not just this reality show, but others as well. Things that go on social media and, you know, Reddit and stuff like that. I'm just saying, me personally, I like Melissa Gorga. I like Joe Gorga. They seem very fun. I would watch a spinoff of theirs. I think she does give you that envy feel, like, yes, you are envious of me because I am naturally a confident person. I relate to the cast members that have a natural sense of confidence, and not even because I grew up that way. I grew up very humble, very quiet. But when I watch on the TV and I say, arrogance is different than being confident and showing up for yourself. Melissa Gorga shows up for herself. You know, On Display, to me, still a very fun song. And I think, like, in my opinion, as I've said time and time again about Melissa Gorga, if you do search through this channel, we talk about Melissa Gorga quite a bit. She's just somebody that is going to be successful no matter what. Wherever her, career would have ended up, she would have found a way to be the light in the room, to be funny, to be cute. And I got to do one more thing too. This is just as an acknowledgement of like, oh, Melissa Gorga, and look at her first season compared to now. What are we talking about here? You are a cast member on a show, and so easily sometimes on the social media, it wants to get looked at as like, oh, she is, it's an insecurity. People make changes within their physical appearance on the basis of what makes them feel good. It isn't always about the other person or the commentary. That is the silliest thing. Me personally, I have gained a little bit of weight. Double chin is in action right now, but that doesn't mean I don't want to work hard for myself to get better. In my day, I have been up in my 20s even, while I was working 9 days a week. Yes, I know there's only 7, but I was working 9. I've been upwards towards 320 pounds and then also 175 pounds in the same 28, 29, 30-year-old year based on my career tenacity and maybe some imbalances in terms of my scheduling. But the point is, I only wanted to elevate and succeed for myself. It had nothing to do with others and the judgment and the opinions. But I do think it's very special that she owns, Melissa Gorga. She owns everything that she's done. She's not embarrassed. What's the big deal? I am on a television show. Why not try to show up and present myself in the best possible way? I think she's a superstar. I think she belongs on, I always say one of my favorite TV shows, possibly because I want to do it career-wise too, is like the Kelly and Mark Consuelo show. I loved Regis Philbin. Kathy Lee Gifford was so funny, specifically when she was on with Hoda, but also with Regis, and I like that style of show. Let me just tell you, if I could wave the magic wand, I and Melissa Gorga would do a competitive Kelly Ripa, Mark Consuelo's kind of show. That would be my co-host. Like, I feel like I'm that talented. Melissa Gorga is clearly that talented, and so yeah, it'd be going down. She is a superstar. She's cute. She seems very caring. She's a wonderful mother. I cannot go on and on about how much I love Melissa Gorga. Now, moving on, I got to talk about the great Giselle Bryant. Now, I don't have to say too many things about how wonderful Giselle Bryant is, but you do have to know that if Giselle was not on that show, the show would have went nowhere.
Hey, Ronnie Jr.